everybody, this is Top of Driver. Hope you're having another great day, and welcome back to another video. Alright folks, it's time for another life update. In this series I talk about everything that's been happening with me outside YouTube, and I will share with you some of the plans that I have in regards to my content over the next couple of months. So everything that's been happening with me ever since the last life update, I'll talk about that here in this video. And boy, do I have a lot to talk about. Recently I got through Ramadan, which of course is the yearly tradition here in the Islam community. Of course, it is the 1 month fast, and this time it was probably the fastest that I think I can remember seeing Ramadan go by, because it was especially earlier in the year this time compared to in the summer and later in the year in the fall. And next year is actually going to be very interesting because it's going to be a Ramadan which half of it's going to take place during the pre-daylight savings time era, and then the second half of it after daylight savings time begins. So obviously that will be a first for me, and I can't wait to see how that goes. But thankfully this Ramadan flew by faster than I expected. And yeah, having done that for at least 16 years prior to this, I can tell you right now that it is not easy. But hey, when I've been doing it for as long as I have, I can tell you it's probably a lot easier said than done. But hey, I'm glad to get through another month of Ramadan, and I can just be myself for the next 11 months until another Ramadan hits next year. So at least that's over. At my job, we recently announced the 2024-25 season for the New Jersey Symphony. We actually have a ton of great concerts for the rest of the season, but I'm already looking forward to next season. Of course, we're starting out with a bunch of huge shows like Renee Fleming, The Muppets, and of course Star Wars, and also a few other hit musicians like Shani Subito and Nambarnatan, and a whole bunch of other great musicians. I'm so looking forward to that. We recently announced our special concerts for the 24-25 season, so they are on sale now, and if you want to take a look at the rest of the full schedule, take a look at that in the link below. I'll put that down there, and hopefully I'll see you guys at some of our concerts over there. And then last month was a very special night, and the reason why I say that was because I recently took part in a New Jersey Symphony's production of Iota in concert at State Theater, New Jersey in New Brunswick. I've already talked about this a couple of times on my channel before, but last month was so surreal in that night, and that I got to meet one-on-one with Danny DeVito, along with the film's breakout star Mara Wilson, and of course I barely even have a really vivid memory of the film itself. I don't remember seeing the film when I was a kid, but hey, I was able to get to see it this time around, and let me tell you something, that is a night that I'm going to remember forever. I mean, if you had told me when I was a kid that I was ever going to come face to face with an acting legend in New Jersey like Danny DeVito, I'd be laughing at your face, because I can tell you right now, that probably would have been very slim, the chances of that. But that's exactly what happened, and I can tell you right now, I'm still on cloud 9 over that night. That was such a very special night. I'm just so proud to have gotten to take part of that, and you know, I cannot wait to do another production like this in the near future. I don't know when, but I can tell you right now, that was such a very fun night, and I'm just so proud that I got to be a part of this great organization for that moment. And man, I can tell you right now, I'm still on cloud 9. That was such a great night to be a part of. Also this month, I got to visit my friends once again at Union College in New Jersey and Cranford for the Iota Xi induction ceremony. Of course, I've talked about multiple times that I was a part of the Iota Xi chapter of Phi Beta Kappa, and once again I was there to witness the induction of all the new inductees for the 2023-24 school year, and that usually is a very fun thing to see. That's obviously a yearly tradition that I always go back to, because this was where, like I said before, I really found my footing in my academic career, and ultimately that carried over throughout the rest of my time in college, and ultimately into the job that I am in right now. And oddly enough, I only found out the morning of that the induction ceremony was that day. Yeah, I really wish that I was notified about this earlier, but you know what, I was still there. I got to meet all the new officers and inductees there, and man, it was such a great night to be a part of. Congratulations as usual to all the new inductees there, and I wish them all the best in their academic futures. I can tell you right now, that was a very special night for them, and I'm just tell you, just like everybody else, I'm so proud of them, and I can tell you right now, they are going to do some great things in the near future, and I can't wait to see exactly what they do. I also added 2 brand new orchestras into my sightseeing. Well, actually, it's actually 1 orchestra. The other was a new hall, but it was pretty prestigious. The first of which is the Metropolitan Opera, which I saw in March, and of course that one was special because this featured our music director from New Jersey Symphony, Zhenjiang, conducting Madama Butterfly, and of course there's a few more showings after that, but I went to see the one in mid-March, and I'm very happy to see that. That was a great show. And then earlier this week, I made my first ever visit to Carnegie Hall in New York City, where I got to see the Philadelphia Orchestra for the very first time since September of 2022. Yet yes, as good as usual at the orchestra, and it was a great performance as usual. So that and the Metal Opera, two great orchestras that I got to see this past spring, and I'm just so glad that I got to add those two onto my bucket list. The Mad Opera, obviously, this was a one-time thing that I really needed to see because our music director was there. I might see more of them. Obviously, I'll have to take a look at what their schedule is like because it's usually all over the place. As for Philadelphia, obviously, like I said before, I'm hoping to ultimately go back to the Verizon Hall at some point and see more of their shows again in the near future. But for now, in regards to reintroducing myself to the Philadelphia sound, this was a great way to do it, and I just felt like that I had to go see it, and so I'm really glad I did. And yeah, that was a very busy last couple of months. I mean, obviously there was so much going on during that time, and it's only going to get so much busier because usually around this time, this is when things start to really pick up for me. Obviously, I got the Spring of the Music Gala that I'm doing with the New Jersey Symphony, along with a couple other things, and the rest of the season over there. I also got the Best Buddies walks that I'm obviously doing, which of course begins within the next couple of weeks, and then of course we got a whole bunch of other things that are happening in the spring. So like I said before, this is usually around the time that things really begin to pick up for me, and so hopefully by June there will be a lot more for me to talk about by then. But man, the last couple of months, what a very busy time, and I'm very glad that I got to be a part of it. Moving right along now to our content update, where I'll talk about all the content that I plan on doing within the next couple of months, and I do have some real exciting stuff for the rest of the spring that I do plan on doing here on my channel, so I'll talk about that in just a little bit. But first off, man, the last couple of months, man, some of my content have really taken off, man. I mean, I don't know what it is, but some of my videos have gotten really popular. And I guess this has a lot to do with what you guys have really enjoyed out of me. I've made a bunch of food content, obviously, a few challenges with, you know, Taco Bell, McDonald's, Burger King, and all that stuff. The Burger King one was pretty embarrassing, but obviously, some of that stuff. I've also made a docu video in regards to Dan Schneider. Of course, that's still a hot button topic right now. And of course, recently, a couple of new series as well, one of them being the gaming revisits. I've already done two videos, which is the Burnout Free and the Medal of Honor Rising Sun video games, and those two are also pretty popular as well, and it has caused quite a bit of popularity. If you've already seen my content, I really want to thank you for that and supporting my channel as usual. I really enjoyed the support that you've been giving me in my channel, and I really hope that you enjoyed all my videos. And if you haven't, I encourage you to check that out. A lot of great content there, and ultimately a lot of great content upcoming in the near future. And I'll share about that right now. As I mentioned before, there are a ton of food videos that I've made lately that have taken off, and I do have some more planned in the near future. Not just challenges, but also reviews. And I want to start looking at some local places around New Jersey, obviously. You know, there's a Glazed Donuts nearby in West Caldwell, and I believe one more at another location. I forget where it is, but I want to do a video about that at some point, maybe over the next couple of weeks or so. There's also a restaurant in Morristown called Cluck You. They actually have a bunch of other locations for that restaurant chain, but they serve some real good chicken there, including sandwiches, wings, and all that stuff. I want to see if I can do a video on that one as well. Maybe do a challenge for some of their sandwiches and all of that stuff. So yeah, I really want to start doing some local restaurants as well to see exactly, you know, what they're like. And of course, I do have the usual thoughts of some challenges as well. Wawa I've never been to before, so I really like to do a challenge on that one. Wendy's made with their burgers and sandwiches as well, and even Five Guys as well, because I really enjoy doing Five Guys. So stick around. I might have some content there planned for that. Like I said before, I also recently started the Gaming Revisit series, which obviously I have hinted for such a long time, but I finally got to do that. And like I said before, Medal of Honor Rising Sun and Burnout Free Takedown are the two games that I have reviewed in this series so far. I definitely like to do more of those reviews. In fact, there are a couple other games that I have in my collection that I have in mind that I'm thinking about doing a review on, so hopefully I can get around to that before June. And also bad game reviews. I haven't done that since September. there are a bunch of games that I have that are pretty bad in my mind that I'd like to review as well, and so hopefully I'll get to talk about those as well, and maybe a couple other style of gaming videos as well, you know, maybe a review of a whole series that I have in my collection or something like that. So like I said before, you know, whatever games that I have in my collection, if you want me to review them, let me know down in the comments below. I'll play them for a little bit, see exactly what they're like, and then ultimately I'll give you my review on them here on this channel. I haven't really done a random thoughts in such a long time, I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, look, I know there's a lot of stuff that's been happening in the world, but I really haven't come around to it for a while because of a whole bunch of the other content that I've done already. So I'm looking at doing some more random thoughts in the near future, and hopefully, you know, talk about some of the things that are happening in this world, maybe some complex stuff as well. I really don't know what's on my mind right now at this point, so I think I'm gonna have to look and see exactly what's really a hot button topic right now, you know, see exactly, you know, like what it is out there that's really important, and then maybe I'll talk about that. So I don't know, if there's something really interesting in the world that you want me to talk about, let me know down in the comments below. I'll definitely be interested in hearing about it, and yeah, hopefully I'll give you my thoughts on that. And I'm also looking at doing a classical conversation as well. I haven't done that in a while, but this one I'm looking at more about how an orchestra is made. Now obviously, you know, being a part of the New Jersey Symphony for the last 2.5 years, I've learned a whole lot about the orchestra world and really what's composed about, and especially dating back to my days when I was playing percussion from elementary school all the way in high school. So I'll talk a little bit about that, and then maybe a few other ideas in regards to that series as well. I'm looking at bringing that back up from the dead within the next few weeks or so. And yeah, those are just some of the content that I'm playing over the next few months, and of course I have a whole bunch of others on my mind as well that I definitely like to do before June. So if you have any ideas for my content, as usual, please let me know down in the comments below. I'll definitely take a look at them and try to make those videos as soon as I possibly can. Again, those are just some of my ideas that I have in regards to what I'm planning on doing for the content. Again, yours is also included, so I definitely would like to hear from you exactly what you want to see next for my channel. But yeah, the last couple of months has been absolutely insane. I'm really proud that I've gotten to enjoy all the work that I've been able to do. And also, one more thing that I actually completely forgot about, I also got a promotion at the New Jersey Symphony. I recently got a promotion from coordinator to specialist as well. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I would have liked to have been promoted to manager, but you know what, hey, I'll take specialist right now. I'll run with it and see exactly what I can do with it. But either way, it is a promotion, and I can finally get coordinator off my name tag, and so I'm glad to have that. And it's just really because of the support that I've gotten from the New Jersey Symphony and all the colleagues that I've gotten to work with, and really all the hard work that I've gotten to do for them, and really all the fun that I've really been able to do. And it's all because of the support that I've gotten from them, the support that I've gotten from my friends and family, and also the support from Best Buddies, who of course helped me get this job. I didn't know if a promotion was ever going to come, but obviously I knew it was going to happen at some point, but I'm glad it finally did. So again, just a big thank you to everybody for all the support you've given me outside of YouTube for that aspect. It's really because of all of you that I've been able to make it this far, and I still got a long way to go. I'm only just getting started, and I'm just very happy to be at the role that I'm at right now. So thank you all for the support. I'm very happy that I've gotten this promotion, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what I can do with it. So yeah, it has been a very crazy start to the spring so far, and hopefully there will be a lot more to talk about when I release my next life update video. I'm planning that for mid-June, which will be the very beginning of the summer, and ultimately that will lead into all my plans for the summer of that year. So I'll talk about what has happened in the rest of the spring for my next life update in mid-spring. Stay tuned for that. Hopefully there'll be a lot more to talk about there, but man, there's been a lot going on so far, and I'm just only looking forward to seeing what the rest of this year brings. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. As always, if you'd like to see more of my content, be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when my latest video is released. Comment below for future suggestions of all my videos, whether it's blogs, projects, or challenges, you name it. Leave it in the comments below, and I'll do my best to make them. As always, follow me on my social media. All the links are in the description below. That's going to do it for another video. I hope you're having a great day. As always, hope to see you all again in another video very soon. So long, everybody.